Morning, guys. Today is another beautiful day. So in Matthew chapter 18, right there at the beginning of the chapter, the disciples asked Jesus a question, and in typical Jesus fashion, he did not respond to the question the way that they thought he would. And the disciples asked Jesus, said, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" And Jesus put a little child onto his lap and said, "Unless you are converted and you become as a little child, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven." He even went so far after that as to say that unless you humble yourself as a little child. See, a lot of times whenever we read that passage of scripture, we say, okay, we must be born again. That is something that we do as Christians, and that's very commonplace to hear. Become as a little child, we become born again, and we convert into Christianity. But following the context of that scripture, going down into where it says that we have to humble ourselves, I think that it's very easy for us as Christians to say a prayer and to be converted, but it's not very easy for us to humble ourselves. You see, I used to have a horse, and his name was Rooster, and Rooster was kind of the jack of all trades and the master of none, and he could do anything and everything, but he never really did anything very well because his heart wasn't in it. We actually used him as a steer wrestling horse for a little while, and as some of you might know, whenever you steer wrestle, you only hold the reins for a short time, and then you let that horse go whenever you drop down out of the saddle onto the steer. And a lot of times Rooster would just leave you hanging in no man's land and make a hard left turn to the hot dog stand. He didn't enjoy his job. He wasn't humble enough to learn and to grow into the positions that we were asking him to be. He wasn't very humble, but we had another horse, and his name was Ringo. Ringo just loved to perform for the sake of performing because he was an athlete and he was humble, and anything that you asked Ringo to do, he did. Now, which one do you think around our house got the most leeway? Was it Rooster or was it Ringo? Was it the one that was humble or was it the one that had his own agenda? I want to challenge y'all today to let go of your own agenda and humble yourself just a little bit and to look at children in a new light. Whenever you see a small child, they believe anything and everything because they are not stuck to their own agenda. They know that there's an adult around that has their back. Not all the time do we have that. Sometimes in the Christian faith, we come to church and we find people that don't have our best interest at heart. But we know that Jesus is that. He has that X factor that gives us the peace that passes all understanding. I love you guys. Y'all be blessed. Submit yourself to God's plan and be humble as a little child, and surely all the good things will follow. Love you guys. Be blessed. So, on to the update. So, as many of y'all already know, HePager Fees is right around the corner. Now, we still have some slots available if you want to jump on the link in this text message to sign up for the HePager Fees. We still need some help outside the arena. And then also, don't forget, we're still doing Church in the Dirt. The volunteer dinner that we had this last Wednesday was absolutely outstanding. We had the chili dinner, and it was like I thought it would be, just a little bit chilly outside, so we had chili for dinner, and a bunch of people showed up. My goodness, it really humbles me to be a part of this ministry. So thank you guys for being who you are, for showing up. Continue to show up for Church in the Dirt. We're going to have it right out in the arena dirt. I believe it's on the second or third, the first Wednesday in October. Y'all come out and be a part of that. We're still in 1 Samuel. I love you guys. Y'all be blessed, and we will talk to you soon.